Welcome again, everyone, to our virtual information session this evening. We're very excited to have you for the call tonight, and we are going to discuss the Interior Design Certificate Program at the University of Miami. We're very happy and excited to have you here this evening. Before we get started, just a few housekeeping notes before we move forward. The information session should last about 60 minutes, and I will do my best to try to keep us within that time frame. Recording of the session will be available for those of you who may miss part of tonight's session. Just feel free to reach out to us, and we can provide you the link to the recording if you missed any of the event, or if you want to listen to it again as far as the presentation. We will answer as many questions as we can tonight, I promise, but please make sure to put your questions in the Q&A feature or Q&A section that you should see on your screen. We are going to just go through some of the slides regarding the program first. The instructor for the course will speak, and then we'll get to a question section where we'll discuss your questions, and we'll give you more information about start dates and tuition information as well. And of course, registration is open. So after tonight's session, if you're excited to move forward, we'll provide you with some information about the registration process. And I'll also introduce you to your enrollment advisor, who is going to be the person assisting you with the registration as you move forward. So my name is Angelo, as I think it says it under my little screen right there. I am the Assistant Director for Enrollment Management at the Division of Continuing International Education at the University of Miami. Just a few lines about our division. The Division of Continuing and International Education at the University of Miami aims to empower people to reach their full potential through lifelong learning. With more than 70 credit and non-credit programs, the division creates continuous learning experiences that transform individuals, organizations, and entire communities. If you haven't done so yet, please make sure to visit our website. We have all of our programs listed there, a lot of options for you, in addition to the entire interior design program that we are going to speak about this evening. And on that note, I am very excited to have with us tonight our lead faculty for the interior design program. Professor Lopez was kind enough to join us this evening. A quick bio on Professor Lopez. Ms. Lopez has over 20 years of experience in the real estate industry. Since 2016, she has been teaching at the University of Miami's Interior Design Certificate Program. Her expertise lies in holistic interior design, and she collaborates with a team of architects, engineers, carpenters, drapery installers, furniture manufacturers, and other trade specialists to offer high-quality residential and commercial interior design solutions. Ms. Lopez served as the president of Real Estate Staging Association Miami chapter from 2017 to 2020. She holds a bachelor's degree in marketing and master's degree in international business and certificates in fashion showmanship, which involves designing sets for fashion shows, theater, and visual merchandising displays. Ms. Lopez is also an approved instructor for the Staging to Sell What Every Agent Needs to Know, a 3-credit program for real estate agents in Florida accredited by RESA, or RESA, maybe for short. In addition, she is certified trainer for spin selling and major account sales strategies by Neil Rackman. Professor Lopez, thank you again for joining us this evening. And if you're ready, please feel free to take over the microphone. And as we discussed, would you like to switch the screen share so you can go ahead and move forward with your slides? Great.
Sure. I think it will be better.
All right, excellent.
Okay, so I'm going to, let me see if it allows me. 1 second. Are you looking at the presentation now?
Yes, we are.
Oh, okay, wonderful. So I want to, hello, everybody. Welcome to our interior design program. And I'm going to talk about, in general, what it's all about. And this is a comprehensive program that will teach you everything you need to know about the interior design Whether you want to start your own business or simply pursue your passion, or you want to get into the field and find a job, we have many wonderful interior design companies right now in Miami. So this is very exciting. And you will learn all the knowledge and skills to enable you to design a beautiful and comfortable residential space, which that's our main focus for the program. We don't do commercial, but we do residential. And the program is designed to help you build your first professional portfolio. So what are you going to see in our program? We divide it by modules, and you're going to see some of the theory first, of course, like styles and history, color, light, materials. And then you're going to have a set of new skills that you're going to be learning, such as freehand drawing, space planning, SketchUp, which is the render program that we use. And then finally, as well, the InDesign, which is the professional portfolio, where we will teach you how to curate a beautiful, complete portfolio. So you will have something to show for a potential client, or if you want to apply for a job, now you have something to show. So you are going to learn about the principles and elements of interior design, such as balance, rhythm like repetition of different elements that we define in a space, such as color, lines, textures, patterns, etc. And also learn the difference between scale and proportion. They're not the same. You will find out later. And emphasis, which is making emphasis, as the name says, on an item or focal points within the space. And also we will discuss something about unity, variety, and contrast, and lastly, harmony, which is the relationship of all parts to each other, so that you have a consistency and harmonious proposal for the client. Definitely, you are going to learn about the different types of styles and what are going to be the good marriages or styles that actually will end up actually in divorce because they're not good for your clients. So who should enroll? The ones that are interested in to create a more cohesive home, the ones who wants to design their own properties. There are now a group of people that are professionals, and they are probably new to the interior design field. They want to get into the field, and some also that are more seasoned professionals, but they're looking to refresh their knowledge. And lastly, the enthusiasts, which they simply love learning anything that they can about the interior design world. And continuing with that also, there's this group that are the ones who are practicing in the field, but you lack the theory behind it, so you don't feel very confident. And you will see that when you go through this program, that will give you the confidence enough to be able to present and deliver a proposal for the client. There are now also international professionals who seek practice design in the United States. There are also those that are searching for a career change, as we have quite few in the classes always, that they tell us, oh my God, yeah, it was my passion when I was young. Now I've been 15 years, 20 years. You will surprised, but we have many people that they have just doing that career change. And I can tell you that they're doing great right now. We will talk about the testimonials a little bit later, but yeah, they're doing great. Now, there are also students who are interested in exploring design and committing then to a 4-year or 5-year degree program, either in architecture, that we have that here in UM, or also interior design. And last, those who have envisioned a better understanding of the theory of good interior design. So let me show you briefly some of the projects we have throughout the program. One project, one house that you are going to have the opportunity to make a proposal. And this is what you are going to end up doing in SketchUp. This is the renderization program that We teach you how to work and how to have all your ideas for the client. In this is a visual communication, which we will give you also some tips about verbal communication while presenting your final proposals. Some industry facts. Well, after COVID, the global market for interior design services estimated at 150 billion in the year 2020. It is projected to reach a revised size of 255 billion by 2027, which is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 7.8%. Now, employment of interior designers is projected to grow 4% from 2022 to 2032, about as fast as the average for all occupations. About 9,000 openings for interior designers are projected each year on average over the decade. Many of those openings are expected to result from the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupations or exit the labor force, such as to retire. As the demand for renovation project increases, homeowners and companies are expected to need services provided by interior designers to help create safe and functional spaces. A greater focus on building codes, as well as the need to design spaces that meet accessibility standards, may also help to create jobs for these workers. And here we can see a graph with the 4% that I already mentioned for interior designers, the total occupations with 3%, and art and design workers with 3%. And again, that in the numbers, but with other data like employment in 2022 with 94,900, and this is only for interior designers. And then we will see again the 4% that is being estimated in the industry. Now, a new International Interior Design Association study also shows that interior design salaries are on the rise and explains how you can get in on the action. So you want probably to find out what has happened with some of our students. Well, we have here Sari Vera that she says, the University of Miami Interior Design Certificate Program spearheaded my passion for interior design. I learned so much about the industry of design, history of design, color and texture, combinations, drawing to scale, and how to dabble in SketchUp. Upon earning my certificate, I was able to begin working in the field and eventually launch my own design company. I had great mentors from the program and still keep in touch with some of my peers. Class 2017, and yes, we still keep in touch. And yes, she's been, very successful right now. I'm very proud of her. We have Bruna Moreira. She has been one of my youngest students. And she said, the University of Miami Interior Design Certificate Program made me realize how much I love the interior design and architecture field. It helped me to choose my degree in architecture and allowed me to work with an interior design company in Texas. In addition, it provided me with the technical skills and theory needed to kickstart my interior design career, and that was in 2018. And I can tell you that I received now her pictures of the graduation actually at the beginning of this year. So for me, it's very, very rewarding to see everybody's journey. Finally, here we have Kaylee Gibson. She said, I worked as a project manager at an architectural and design firm called the Jacks Group on both residential and commercial projects. After graduating from with an interior design certificate, I began working as design consultant at CB2, newest location in DC area. Without the experience and knowledge I gained during the interior design program, I would haven't been qualified for the career path I now find myself on. Each module prepared me for the role required of me now as an interior designer. Additionally, the support and network of my instructors and fellow students continue to add huge value to my design work. So these are some of the testimonials that you find here, and we're open to questions, or I don't know, Angelo, if I'm going to talk about something else here.
Absolutely. If it's okay with you, let me go ahead and take back the screen share.
Sure. Absolutely. Let me stop it here. Yes.
Excellent. And we can certainly get into some of the questions. I do see a few students have already put some of their questions in the Q&A slides. So let me just jump through. I apologize for the slight back and forth here. We went over all these great slides, and thank you again, Professor Lopez, for
Thank you.
a great presentation. And let me see if there are any questions that we can go ahead and address in the Q&A. So let's see. Do you feel you can, Professor, you can answer the one from Maria about rendering programs?
Sure. What is the question? I don't see the question here.
Okay,
So
I believe she's asking, are we allowed different rendering programs?
we teach the SketchUp, so she will have to provide, I mean, if she's already working within the field, what we ask is, proof of that, if they're working in the field. And then obviously we understand that probably they're using Revit, and she will just have to be able to provide the same specs or requirements that we're asking for the SketchUp in that case, but she will have to show proof of that.
Excellent.
It could be I'm sorry, it could be also a graduate, like if somebody's coming and they're already graduated as architects or interior designers also from other countries, and they're taking the program, of course, those two have that opportunity as well.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. I do see a question or two about financial aid and scholarships. So I can go ahead and take that one. This particular program is a non-credit certificate. So unfortunately, you won't have access to traditional financial aid. We do provide a payment plan for this course, and there may be private student loans that may be accessible to you. I am going to provide the contact information for your enrollment advisor at the end of our session today. Certainly reach out to her if you have any questions about finances and any assistance you may need in getting help with paying for the course. We are going to also have a slide where we talk about the tuition and the start dates as well. So we'll definitely get into those. And then I do see one from Francesca. She is asking, will we be learning about codes and building regulations in Florida?
No, no, Francesca, since the program, we have 6 months, and also different cities have different codes, but we won't go into that detail. We do have the space planning, and when you're learning the space planning, yes, the professor will mention some of the more general, like common codes, but very, very briefly. We don't tap into that.
Okay, great. And I see one here. You may have answered this, but I'll ask just to make sure. I see one from Rowena. Hopefully I got that somewhat correct. Is a sketch software included in this program?
No, they have to purchase it on the side. So we will provide with that information, or I understand, like, they can contact later the enrollment advisor, and then if they want to have more information, detailed information about it, they can provide that, but it's on the side. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And I've got a really good one. And actually, I think two I'm going to group together, from one from Mary, one from Anne Marie. They want to just learn a little bit more about the format of the program, classes per week. If they miss a lecture, how does that work?
Okay. Let's go by parts. So the format of the program, just what I explained, like we go with modules. So we are going to start like with all the theory, and then they're going to start learning the new skills, which are the hand drawing, as I mentioned, and then the space planning. Then they go for SketchUp, and then later for the InDesign, which is finally the portfolio to create the presentation. And the length, well, it's about 6 months, and we meet every week. If it's going to be in the night, it's 2 nights, like Tuesday, Thursday, from 6:30 to 8:30. or Saturdays, if they choose Saturday from, now it's gonna be from 9 to 1. I think I answered everything.
Okay, great. If a student misses a lecture, are they
Oh,
recorded and
yes. Yes, if the student, yes, we record all the sessions, except for like a lab, that then the reason why we cannot do that, and it's like we have um interaction right there, because they're in maybe in the middle of the program, and then the professor taking the lab at that moment is going to be asking them questions. So is the only one that we say, we cannot really pretty much replace that class. You have to be in that class. The other ones, everything is recorded. You have, yes, if you are going to miss, then you definitely have to let know the professor with time, and because we do have like live session, right? So you're gonna have your videos and your cameras on. It's interactive. We will be asking questions. You will be asking questions, and so it's not like a webinar, but we are really, guys, it's like being in class. But and we try to make it as as especially the ones in the evenings, as dynamic as possible. So we have that interaction. The classes are really, I would say they're really fun. Yeah.
excellent, excellent. So if it's okay, I do see a lot of great questions still there. So please keep asking away. We'll get to those, but I am going to just jump through a few slides here because I think it may help answer some of the questions that are in the Q&A section. So first, before we talk about start dates and tuition, I do want to remind or tell everyone that, as part of being a certificate student at the University of Miami, you do have access to both the library services and our career center, our career support center. And that's really something important to note. That's, I think, unique to the University of Miami, that certificate students have access to those resources. With the Career Center, you have access to apply for jobs through a platform called Handshake. There are internship opportunities available. You can register for career fairs, upload your resume, and research thousands of employers from that platform. And with the library services, you have access to review resources online. And if you prefer, and if you're local to South Florida, you're also welcome to visit us on campus and check out books in person if you choose to do so. So I just wanted to highlight those advantages that we have for our certificate certificate students. And then I know there were a few questions about start dates and information regarding the schedule. So this is our fall semester's schedule. We have we have 3 start dates coming up, 2 in September, 1 in October. Please make sure to note the times though when the live classes do happen, because as Professor Lopez mentioned, we do need you to be there and participate in the classroom sessions. So for the September 10th start, those sessions are run on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. And the Saturday classes go from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And the first day of class will be September 14th for that cohort. We'll run another intake later in October. For that one, it'll only be the weekend option. So you'll have Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Below that, you will see the link to our website. One unique thing about our division is that the registration process, we've tried to make it as simple as possible and easy for you as possible. There are no prerequisites, no documents to send in. Once you decide that this is the right place for you and this is the right program for you, you sign in, you create your account, you get the course and the start date that you want added to your shopping cart per se, and that's it. You have your account created. It'll probably take less than 10 minutes to get everything completed and ready to go. And before we go back to the questions, I do want to introduce a very important person to you this evening, Yvette Burrell, who is our primary enrollment advisor for the interior design program. She's just going to take a few minutes to say hello and introduce herself. So Yvette, if you're ready.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I'm glad you were all able to join us today in our information session. My name is Yvette Burrell, and I will be your advisor for the Interior Design Certificate Program. Now, if you have any questions about the program or come across any registration issues, you can contact me. My phone number and email is on the slide below there. And I want to thank you again for joining our information session. And I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Angelo. Thank you
Great.
so much again.
Thank you, Yvette. And as Yvette mentioned, her contact information is on the screen. If you
Yes.
want to take a picture of it or just jot it down, she'll be there to assist you if you have any issues with enrollment or more questions about the program or about the registration
Sure.
process. So with that said, hopefully I didn't lose my spot on the Q&A section. I do see a lot of great questions coming in.
Yes.
I think we've gotten to a few of these.
Let me
See, anything on the list that really stands out for you, Professor Lopez, that you want to,
Sure.
that'd be great to
let
share.
me- Sure. Okay, says if if I already have a degree in architecture in my country, is this program a good fit for me? Yes, Maria, definitely. And we have had several amazing actually architects, and you will be surprised because you will be challenged by the people who are actually studying at the beginning, and you will be able to find out how creativity, hard work, actually you will be looking at a very good challenge there. If you think it's just a certificate that, oh, well, no, it's gonna be maybe not really interesting or not, no, it's and completely the opposite, I would say. So we have definitely architects going through in this case, and I want to answer that question. And I think I was reading somebody else that if you have an architectural or interior design degree from other countries, you just have to provide that to us so that we can see that you have done already 4 or 5 years, you graduated, which means that you already have gone through hand drawing, right? And then the hand drawing for you will be, we will accept AutoCAD, because I'm pretty sure then that you know the AutoCAD, and then we will accept that. For the other students who are not architects or interior designers graduated in another country, or that if you work with a company, you have to show that for more than 2 years and you are very knowledgeable in AutoCAD. Otherwise, then everybody has to take the hand drawing class for obvious reasons. We really want you to be prepared to understand the most important parts of our field, right? So, and some of those modules are really, really important. And so I think I answered also somebody else who was asking about the AutoCAD. Let me see now. What else is colored? How many hours of work are expected to be invested weekly? Okay, this is a good one. If you have no background, I mean, you can expect to be at the beginning, you will start actually from the first week with an assignment that it will let you know and measure yourself, how fast, because it's a creative field. So what happens is that some people make decisions, let's say, faster than others, and that helps them to speed up the process, because you're going to have to do research, analysis, then you're going to start right now maybe with Canva or PowerPoint to show you, your skills to do mood boards, for example. So that's something that it probably can take you at the beginning 4 to 5 hours on a weekend, like just for that assignment alone, but then it will start incrementing. And then we really tell all of you that this program, you will be working hard, guys. Architecture and interior design is a field where we put a lot of hours in it, because we have to do plans. And so the first time that you're learning a new skill, obviously takes you a little bit longer. So I just want to emphasize that this is not a webinar that you are just going to come in, maybe watch it when you want, and that there's not going to be homework. No, there's going to be homework from the first week until you finish. But the great news as well is that, and I hope that everybody that is here, they're very passionate about interior design, as I am. And when we love something, guess what? Time is relative, I would say. I know you have, you're professionals, you're working, you have probably a family, But just make sure that if you devote these 6 months, you're going to find out yourself doing something that you really love, that you're going to meet amazing people in the class. You're going to get very close with them. And I can guarantee you, you're going to be extremely proud when you finish that portfolio, because we have one project throughout. So every single assignment that you have is to build that portfolio. That's the main goal. So we want to make sure that we all optimize our times, obviously including you. So I hope that I answered that question for people who want to know how much work it is. And then let me see. I think somebody was asking if we come in person, but no, we never meet in person. It's everything online. We are signing for the course. We need to always be visit? Yes, that's one of the requirements, and that's why we ask you to be in a space in your home or somewhere that you can really also concentrate, because we don't want people driving and just watching the class while you're driving. First of all, it's not safe. So we don't want people cooking and then getting burned. No, we want you to, and again, talking about optimizing time. I work, guys, during the day, I teach at night. So I'm very conscious about time, and it's just a matter of managing that. And if you pay attention in the class, trust me, it's going to be much easier, because it's not like you watch partially and then you have to go back and watch it. So if you arrange your schedule appropriately, then you will love it. You will enjoy it a lot. No test or quizzes, because it's work. You are going to be given an entire house, and you're going to be providing, just as you saw the slides before, or maybe if you missed them, you can watch the recording later. You're going to design an entire house, not the shell. We will give you the shell, but yes, you will be introducing the styles, and we will tell you later, but it's an entire house, so it will require time.
I like the one from Mary. I think that one.
What is that, Mary? Is my background in finance, but I love interior design.
She loves the interior design with all caps.
Yeah, well, great. You recommend any pre-work or minimal No, just probably right now keep watching all of those magazines for interior design, and maybe TV shows that it gives you inspiration, because that's all you're going to need for the beginning. But thank you for asking. I can see your passion already. This is great. What is the passing rate? I don't understand the question very well. I'm sorry. What do you mean you mean passing grade, or we have a percentage, and yes, you have to have that passing. Is not just pass or fail, but there's a percentage, and each module has also different weight, because we take into consideration the amount of work that you are going to have to put into. And so some modules will have higher weight, and obviously when the program starts increasing or incrementing in the amount of work and knowledge that you have to get by that time, obviously those have higher weight. So it requires, passing grade. To the job requirements thing, a certificate program is enough to hire. My degree and experience is not related field, but okay. Yes. A lot of the people that they have come to the program that I mentioned before, that they are doing a career change, they had none experience. However, they felt, somehow that they had that creative side in them, that they have people telling them, oh my God, you're so talented by the way that you just decorate your house, or somebody else's that you like to help with. So you have that talent, and then you're gonna have the first opportunity here, which is great, that if you are going to send your resume and people says, well, but I haven't started anything, what would I show? And that's why we concentrate, or the main focus is that you are able to provide a complete interior design proposal for a house in a portfolio, in a professional portfolio, that it will have a this beautiful packaging, like we call it. The InDesign professor is fantastic, and she will teach you how to then put everything that you have been doing, the SketchUp, the hand drawings. We're gonna help you to put all the mood boards inside and everything into this presentation. That's what people sent along with the resumes. And yes, we have a lot of people working also right now in the field. I was saying in the Miami Design District now, there's a lot of showrooms there or companies. So it's up to your talent and how much work you're willing to put into to have that incredible portfolio. So you have a very big opportunity, and we are being taken very seriously in the field. I network a lot outside and with different showrooms, vendors, and as you can tell, I'm very, very proud of this program. I've been here quite a few years now, and it becomes, it's like the now, everybody's like a family here. Like our team of professors are really incredible. And yeah, I mean, we have been working towards always making the program better. And so let me see what else. Is the final rendering of the home an actual home in need of design services, or is this a standard final? We will provide you with a client profile. The home is with the plans for, like I told you, like the facade or the outside of the house, and then you will be taking it from there. But it has the thing is that we tell you, this is probably going to be the first time where there's no budget. So it's like, take advantage, because that's very difficult to find out there. It might, yes, but it's not quite often that you will find that opportunity. Okay, can you speak to the overall structure of the Saturday class? Is the lecture only coming? Yeah, it's all the classes. They have this combination of lecture and work and both, because when at the beginning, when we have the theory, obviously is more the lecture. Even though when I start with some of those, you will see that I will give you obviously assignments in class, and then the assignments that then we will be discussing. So it's dynamic. And then when you go into the hand drawing, obviously then you're going to have your materials ready, and you're going to be drawing with also the professor, following. So it's a combination. What type of jobs does the interior design certificate lead to that does not require a degree in architecture? Mostly you can go to different interior design companies, medium or small, the design companies that they require assistance. That's one opportunity. And the others are also, like, we have a lot of showrooms right now. So you can, if you love, let's say, kitchen and bath, or you like furnishings, or you like drapery, or you like wall covering, finished materials. I mean, there's Miami right now, it's really a great place to practice interior design, because we have a lot of vendors opportunities. Okay. I don't think we have a scholarship. We don't have a scholarships for, we do? I'm sorry, I don't know.
No, not to my knowledge either. So as I mentioned, traditional financial aid is not available for this particular program. But if you do have any specific questions, certainly reach out to Yvette, and she might be able to assist you further.
Yeah, okay. And no, this program, the accreditations, and people ask, if you're going to be licensed, we always tell you, no, this is not to be licensed. You will have to pass state exams. But you are getting the certificate of interior design from the University of Miami. And again, we have a very high standard in the industry. The reason why is because you will work. But as you saw the final project here on the SketchUp, that you saw a little bit of a preview of it, all of you will come out with amazing. You will be even amazed of yourself how much you will be able to do, from your mind, from your ideas, to something concrete, and something that you will be able to translate all of those ideas into these visual communication skills that we will be teaching you.
And I'd see a question about for January session. So we will be posting those for the spring semester in the coming months. So stay tuned. We will likely have a session in February, if I recall correctly. But for now, right now, if you go to our website, registration is open for the fall semester, which are the 3 start dates that we had mentioned earlier on the call. So. And Professor Lopez, congratulations. I think we got to no open questions, which is,
Okay.
oh, wait, we have one
Okay.
more.
Do we qualify to work in the field, or do we have to complete accredited program? Again, it depends on what you want to do. If you want to also become independent, a lot of the students, that's their objective, and especially I talk for maybe the ones who have more accumulated youth, let's put it that way, right? So they have some experience already in other fields. So you already worked 20 years probably in other fields. So you have some type of like life experience, let's say. So combined with having the confidence, and then if you have the talent and probably you have been immersed somehow with interior design, I can tell you that then people that they have finished here, they have opened their own interior design studio, and yeah, they're working successfully now. And you might be wondering, but how, if I don't have a license, how the way that it works, so that I can answer, maybe some of you are asking that question, is that, you know, in that case, you will work, because you won't be able to sign the plans. You won't be able to do, you don't even know AutoCAD. We don't teach AutoCAD in this program for different reasons. And some of those are that AutoCAD, yes, is the communication between all the you know, everybody in the trade, the engineers, the architects, the interior designers, vendors, GCs, you know, but not everybody is looking forward to go that in depth. And then there's others, like I'm explaining, that they decide to become independent, open their own studio, and then what they need to do is that they have to always work with the architects that are going to be signing the plans, and they're going to be working with also the engineers that will do that. And it's a team. We don't work alone. It's a huge team of people, and they will have the license. But yes, you are in charge of the design, and that's how, like, probably you're wondering, but you know, do I need the license or not? In that case, now, if you want to work and in the terms of doing the complete set of plans, work for an architectural or interior design firm, most of the time, these companies, these big companies, they're going to hire you to do plans, to do a lot of floor plans in AutoCAD. That's one of the you know, the entry, would say, level jobs. And that probably is not the route that you will continue, but actually then there's other amazing opportunities in this field, which are all the showrooms, the different trades that we have that you might get into. And then in that case, also, you're not required to probably do AutoCAD, but they will have either, they're right now taking, and I have been receiving the comments of, you know, how good, you know, we're doing with the SketchUp, because they do require you to have a knowledge of a SketchUp or you know, the render program. That's very, very important. And that's why we decided that within these 6 months, definitely the SketchUp is a must. And you can then, you have many opportunities. For the degree of your country, you should have a diploma, and then we will need that. The university, you know, like the administration, they will study that when you send your you know, your diploma, your degree. A lot of companies ask for the AutoCAD experience. Are there any tutors or resources to get on? There are many also even private tutors or programs of other. We're not offering yet that. I mean, it's something that we might be doing in the future as a concentration. But yes, some of them, again, only most architectural or interior design firms, they want you to be drawing floor plans. And those are the ones that they do require that. And it requires a lot of practice, guys. It's not, you know, you might get by and learn if you decide to be independent and you don't want to be always depending on somebody that you're subcontracting to, you know, to do, for example, for the space planning. At least, you know, the basics, if you learn how to do it, you know, that would be fantastic, and it will be okay. But then if you are going to work for a big firm, it will require you a couple of years probably of a lot of practice, because they, you know, they're building commercial spaces, buildings, I mean, houses, and that takes is a lot of practice. It's not that it's difficult, it's just a lot of practice. How to price your work. We have at the end, we have a lab prior to, once you learn everything that is needed, then we go in our last lab. We have time for questions and also giving you some professional advice. And then we touch upon, you know, how much, you know, the price, or depending on the avenue that you're taking, even within your own studio, what you can do. Yes. You take the stake exam after? No, it's not that easy, guys. I have to be very honest with you, Kelsey. I have colleagues and excellent architects from other countries, and it's not that easy to pass that exam, to be honest. There are special courses for passing that exam, the state exam, and that it could take you also a year, a couple of years. And also they have other requirements, like you would have to be working with an architectural or, again, interior design firm that they will you know, they will say that, you know, you're working for them, that you're going, and you know, there's certain type of requirements that you will need in order to apply to, you know, to have the state exam. The final program include the names. Will the final program include the names of the teachers? Francesca, I'm sorry. You wanna get to know all the teachers? Is that your question? Is that what you're asking? I'm not quite sure, Angelo.
Yeah, Francesca, if you can maybe just write in the Q&A once more, the question, just to clarify. That'd be great. In the meantime, since we do have just about a few minutes while Francesca is working on the updated question, I did want to take a moment just to show everyone the registration page, just to show how easily they can go ahead and access and register for the program if they choose to move forward. So if that'll just take a minute, as we'll let the other questions kind of come in while I go ahead and just give everyone a quick tour of that process. So this is our primary site for the Office of Professional Advancement. You can see that the link we had provided will lead you here, and you just have to simply scroll down, select the interior design course, and then just go within the interior design program page. There's some more information here, most of the stuff that you probably heard this evening. As we noted earlier, you have your upcoming start dates for the fall, all listed here. And you know, if you do decide to move forward, let's say you decide you want to go ahead and register for the September 10th session with the Tuesday and Thursday class meetings, you add the program to your cart. I hope if you can see my little pop-up that says it's going to take me to checkout. And that's pretty much it. You're here at the last stage, and the next checkout button will take you to here, where you will create your new user account. And that will probably take you, as I had noted earlier, probably about 5 minutes to create your profile. You already have the class that you want added to your cart, and from there you just simply have to go to the checkout section and register for the course. If you're doing the payment plan, you don't have to sign up for anything beforehand. It'll be one of the options that'll be presented to you once you get to the checkout page. So just wanted to show everyone how easy it is to move forward with registration once you're ready. And of course, if you do need any assistance, Yvette is there to assist you with the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if we had a few more questions, I think, come into the Q&A as I had been speaking.
Yes. Okay, Francesca. Yes. Right now I would not be able to tell you exactly which ones are the teachers for the specific, because I guess we will have to get back to you on that. Because we definitely have an incredible team of professors. And I don't know if Angelo isn't all the professors at the website in the interior design part, maybe. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
Not yet. We are up. We've moved to a new website, so I do apologize to the audience for that. We will probably have that information up there
Yeah.
soon, but I believe currently we haven't uploaded that information just yet.
Yeah, and then Francesca, then because that's the way that they put us, then later on we need to, because we all work also, so there's different schedules as you saw right now. I'm not aware of those specifically, like for that the next one. And I know, guys, you will see me first. I will start the program with you, and that I can guarantee. So, and I think Arnold was asking about IB, I guess, the international business requirements. Is that the question, Arnold? I wasn't sure also if I understood correctly. Like, there's no like, we don't have any requirements. It's just like if you have a degree, you have to have a diploma already. It's not that we have, let's say, if you took only the beginning of architecture and then no, it unfortunately needs to have your degree, a degree.
Excellent, excellent. So it looks like we may have got to all of them. I believe all the questions that were in the Q&A box. I'm going to give them just maybe about a minute as I try to finish things off here to see if anybody else wants to add a question here at the end. Professor Lopez, any advice on future students, prospective students, any words of wisdom before we call it a session tonight?
Well, I am, as you could see, probably, I mean, I really love interior design. It's one of my passions, as well as teaching, that's for sure. Looking, from all the students that have gone through since I've been here like 8-9 years now, and looking at their journey and looking how they started and where they're at right now, it's very inspiring, and it's a proof. I mean, I can tell you that I keep in touch closely with some of them, and it's just very inspiring to see. And in different fields, I mean, I get to meet them now in showrooms, or we know that they're independent, and then we start being like colleagues basically. So, and then in my profession, obviously, as the practice is something that is extremely rewarding. I would say it's challenging sometimes, obviously, because it requires remodeling and construction, and that's the biggest challenge. But at the same token, when you know how to plan and organize, and you have a good communication as well with your client, being able to satisfy the client needs is something that is very rewarding. I think this is, in my case, I consider that I'm here to serve the client. I'm not the type of diva designer that would say, oh, it's my way or the highway. No, I'm actually more conscious, and my goal is to raise awareness of the influence and role of interiors in making an impact on our well-being and people being connected truly with the spaces, because we have the power we have the power that people behave in certain ways. So it's very interesting. It's a very beautiful profession, a very beautiful practice. So yeah.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Professor. On that note, I think I can't think of any better way to end tonight's call. Professor Lopez, thank you so much for your time and helping us answer all these questions. Thank you to the audience for joining us this evening. If your questions were not answered, if we missed one along the way, please feel free to reach out to us. Yvette, I will be able to assist. We have several staff members to help you if you have any questions that may come up after today's call. And as I have mentioned earlier, if you need a recording, if you need the slides, please also feel free to reach out to us as well. So thank you again, everyone. We appreciate having you on this evening's call, and we hope to welcome you to our incoming class in the fall. Thank you again, and have a great evening, everyone.